Hi, good morning, guys. Welcome back to Pew Pew Talk with Rob
and Rossi.
Yeah, and where are we today? So this morning I announced that we're going to go visit a very special place, and we are at Parow Arms. Oh, this is like heaven. And we are visiting Parow Arms today, and we want to talk a little bit about the toy versus
the real steel,
the real thing, and then we want to also a little bit discuss the legal aspects of Airsoft versus the real thing. Thank you to Parow Arms for hosting us. It is a great honor to be here. Thank you Walker Wargame for obviously supplying us with these awesome toys that's all in front of you here, and you know,
goodies.
You know where you can go shop for those. I just don't know which ones are the real ones anymore. But we'll talk about that as we go, and just to show you guys the comparison and how real they are. And I know we've been here a little bit and you've played around.
Yeah, unfortunately they sold my Canik Terran Tactical already. So.
No, I can't believe they did that to you, but they're willing to order you another one.
No.
Just put on your deposit and without your wife knowing about it. Just say it's a new Airsoft gun.
It's 3,000 rand.
Yeah, deposit.
Times
10. Okay, guys. So obviously we're here to talk about guns and pew pew and all that things. And as you guys have seen, the farm, the guys that's following the farm, we are growing, and we've now registered as a non-profit organization or a company so that we can hand back to children. And these are the things that's able to do that for us.
Yeah.
And thanks to Walker for bringing us some amazing toys. And we are going to talk about our new farm gun.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do that first.
Yeah, we are going to talk about the new farm rifle first, which is a double barrel, sexy little toy. It's one of our favorites.
We've had some people playing already with it.
Yes.
And the feedback has been phenomenal.
Well, the Top Shot was run with this.
Yeah.
The Top Shot competition was run with the tanker. So don't worry, it's just things falling apart. And it's not us. So, guys, the farm has just acquired a whole bunch of new rifles thanks to Walker that brought them in and made them really nice for us. And this is the gun that they brought us. So it's a double barrel tanker, which is a really sexy, sleek M4.
Yeah, that's how it comes out of the box.
So out of the box, this is what they look like. And as you guys can see on the video, it's nice. But as it comes out of the box, I was not happy with it.
Yeah, things like, especially you with your long arms
of the law.
Arms.
We're not going to talk
Emphasis
about
on arms.
Yeah. And feet. Size 13, bro. Yeah.
Why do you have? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we'll not go there.
So the problem with this is
the stock.
The stock. You can't, for people that's got longer arms, you can't really change this. It's locked in place, so you're not going to be able to adjust it.
No.
The rest is exactly the same. So yeah. Other than that,
it's a solid gun.
Solid gun, full metal, version 2 gearbox. Like I said, we've had people playing with it already. Works 100%. So I can show you my one.
And I'll show you my one.
Yes.
But let's first quickly just look here. This is why I don't like it. Look at me.
Look at here.
And look at the space here. And this is why I don't like it, because now I've got to sit like this and I can't shoot like this. But
T-Rex.
Yeah, T-Rex. I look like a bloody T-Rex. Luckily, Walker came to the table, and Double Bell came to the table, and they brought us ones with an adjustable stock. And obviously,
I'm gonna see us. Even for me,
it's very short. That's the only downfall. But all you have to do is go buy a new stock, and that's like 200 something rand.
So, yeah. So the only thing that I've gone the conservative route to be like all. So when you buy this gun, you only really need a stock, a new stock.
That's all.
And a red dot sight.
Maybe a red dot, if
Yeah.
you want to go that route.
Yeah.
I like open sight, especially for the CQB. This is a CQB weapon, unless you go all out Robert on it.
Yeah, but we'll first go.
Let's check out Hanu's version of the tanker.
So
That's
there
the
we
stock.
go. There we're talking about the stock. So now at least the stock you can adjust all the way. Much better. Okay.
That is sweet. Okay, man, I really have to touch your gun. and obviously it's nice, it's sweet, it's now it's comfortable for me. Obviously the red dot on it is kind of okay-ish.
It's yeah. So for you guys that's interested in this is also from Walker Wargame. That's the T2.
Yeah, you can go purchase it there. They're really nice.
It does come out with a riser.
Yeah.
So for those of you that want, because at the moment if you've got the iron sights on, you can't.
No, it's about the same height as your riser.
Yeah. So if you put the riser in, you might get co-witness, so you can sight through the middle. If you can see, oh, you can't really see there. But
just use the red dot, man.
Yeah, just
That's
use
what
the
you
red
got
dot,
it for.
or take the red dot off and just use your.
Luckily, it's got a quick release system.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. So you can take it off very quickly. So if your red dot fails during a game or whatever, you can detach it and put it in your pocket and you can go.
And you can go back to iron sights.
Obviously, guys, as you know, with any red dot or optics that you use on the field, get yourself a lens protector. Otherwise, your lens is going to get shot out.
How many people?
Yes, even lens protectors are getting shot out. So get yourself a decent lens protector. Protect your lens, and go for it. Right.
So.
And then obviously there's the Robert version. 5 seconds. The Robert version. Oh, what did I just draw? Oh, my cap.
My cap.
Robert version is obviously slightly bigger because Robert is big. He's got bigger feet, bigger hands, bigger head. Yeah, I'm gonna hunt with a tanker. So yes, I went overboard and I went extreme on this. So, but you don't have to go this way. This is obviously just me being me.
Funny.
No, me being me.
Compensating.
Shh, don't tell my wife again. But once again, the accessories, the suppressor, the scope, it's everything that you can buy. If you want to go the route of
stock, yeah.
DMR or sniper, you can go down to Walker and purchase these. Everything is available there. So go down to your local Walker, whether it be Cape Town, Joburg, or online, and get your stock there. And then buy some sexy toys and add on to it. So we are going to take a quick break so that we can just change over from the tanker to the other toys, and then we'll talk about the other things. And we're also going to have somebody from Parow Arms up front here that's going to talk with us about what his opinion is on airsoft versus the real thing.
Just to come back to the tanker, just to quickly tell you guys, so it's got a version 2 gearbox. It's all fully upgraded.
And the price?
The price is
3,400 Rand.
3,400 Rand. Not bad. Like
Beautiful gun. It shoots amazing. The guys that used it on Top Shot competition, they ran that obstacle course like a dream.
Of course, comes with all your Picatinny rails for all your attachments. Plenty of space, like Rob showed you already. Yeah, that's it. So definitely, it's been playing. Top Shot. It's been.
The rentals
has been going with it.
Yeah.
So it's just been really positive feedback on these. So really nice entry level for airsoft, especially for CQB.
Yeah. It's a perfect CQB rifle unless you go Robert on it.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're going to take a quick break and then we're going to get back to you with some pistols.
Yeah.
Real versus toy.
Yeah.
Guys, see you in a minute. And we're back. And we're back.
We're back.
Got my cup of coffee. I'm drinking in a foam cup.
I'm just a water.
Yeah, because he's on. He's on him. So yeah, welcome back.
So what we're going to do now is we'll go through the airsoft pistols, rifles that we've got, and
do comparison.
And do comparisons. Yes.
So we're going to go Walker Wargame versus Parow Arms.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do now. Walker Wargame versus Parow. Remember, Walker's on the left.
Yes.
And Parow's on the right.
Right.
So yeah, guys, just remember. Hold on. That thing is giving me. Guys, just remember that whether you think it's an airsoft gun or whether you think it's a toy gun, you might think it's a toy gun. But if I walk down in public with something like this, how do you tell the difference versus the toy gun and the real gun? So this one I'm holding here is the toy gun. this one there is the real thing. If I'm walking in public with this, you're gonna get into trouble, guys. So always make sure that when you walk into public with airsoft guns, put them in a rifle case or in a bag. You're gonna get arrested, you're gonna get shot at,
Yes.
you're gonna get into trouble. So please, don't put a bad spotlight on our sport. Okay? Obviously, guys with real firearms, they know it.
Yeah.
So why should airsoft be anywhere different? Because this is still a weapon. No, but it's a toy. No, it's not. It's a weapon.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Because we use it for training. So comparison.
Let's go. Let's take the Glocks first. So let's see if you guys can spot what's the real steel and what is the airsoft one. So
Block 17s.
yeah. So on the left is the airsoft one. So you can see exactly the same.
Same size. Everything. Even the sights are the same.
Exactly.
Okay, obviously the airsoft has got a little bit of wear and tear on it.
Yeah.
But everything is exactly the same.
Exactly
I
the
even
same.
tried the holster just now. Fits in perfectly everything. So
Yeah. Everything. Identical.
if you want to transition from and get more training, the deal is, I mean, give me the airsoft one quickly. Okay.
That one, yeah.
Airsoft? Yeah. Okay. I play with this. This is my personal one that I play with. Why? Because I carry a Glock in real life. So this for me is comfortable. I play with it. And at the same time, when I go over to my real weapon, I've got the same firearm discipline, the same trigger discipline,
Exactly.
and I still know where my weapon is. I still practice the same way. Everything is the same. So if you want to go a cheap way of training,
Yeah.
because I mean 9mm rounds now is 360 rand for 50 rounds. A bag of BBs is going to cost you say 150 rand for a bag of BBs.
2,500, 3,000 BBs.
So you can go and practice your discipline.
Yeah.
I mean, your sight picture, sight alignment,
Yeah.
your draws.
Your drawers exactly the
Yeah.
same.
So you can practice that with this.
Yeah. You can put up your little targets at home.
Yeah, I mean, we've got, okay, you can't see it now, but right there, the back there, there's a target there, and I can draw and I can go quickly, yeah, I'm on my target. Hey, that's the fun part. And obviously we've got the range next door, we might blow up some steam just now.
Yes.
But then we go to Parow Arms, we transition over to the real thing, and Bob's your uncle. Same discipline, guys. It's a handgun. The only thing is that one makes bang, this one makes doo.
Yeah.
But don't think this takes away training of a real steel.
No.
It doesn't, because you still got to get used to the recoil. You still got to get used to the bang. Okay, so good training tool, fantastic training tool, especially for security companies, and obviously for private individuals. Perfect training tool.
Yeah. And especially with the training that we're going to do at the farm, we'll take you through this. So the skills that we're going to teach you is not online gaming skills.
You're not going to be special forces, but we're going to teach you.
Yeah, we're going to teach you normal firearm skills as if it's a real firearm for those of you that want to transition into
Yeah.
a real firearm.
I mean, we're taking a partnership with some amazing guys here at Parow Arms now, so that if you guys want to do your firearms competency, you come down here,
Yeah.
you book your firearm competency, they take you through the whole thing, you can apply, and then obviously they've got a really cool range. They've made it available for us today. I still want to take that one. My wife will kill me, the real one.
Oh, of course, this one, yes.
Yeah, I don't want to take the toy home.
No.
I'm going to leave the toys here.
No,
Let's see if they find
I
out.
want to take that one.
Yeah.
That will show them now.
But we'll show you those now. But yeah, I mean, fantastic. So you can go down to Walker, you can buy what you want to carry. So if you want to carry a Glock 19, whether you want to carry, let's take these quickly.
So this
The
is
CZ.
CZ PO9. So let's,
This is the PO9.
is that the real one?
I don't know, you tell me. Nah, that's the toy. Look, it's got a stick on.
I should take the other way around.
But guys, it's exact. It's exact. So if you want to go and get
There-
yourself a CZ, far reaching, The only thing is I haven't taken the sticker off because we're using it for demo. Guys, if you want to get yourself the exact replica of what you're going to carry, like a CZ, a Glock,
of course,
there's other choices as well.
Just before we go ahead, of course, the real steel ones that we do here, they've been made safe before the time.
Yeah. None of the weapons here is loaded. None of the weapons. Not even the airsoft weapons are loaded, simply because of safety, guys. So please, don't ever take safety for granted. Even our real firearms, which is holstered, and it stays holstered. We don't take out real weapons that's loaded.
So always treat any airsoft rifle, any real steel rifle or pistol, treat it as loaded.
Klar, simple. There's no compromise on that. So yeah, you can go CZ.
So you can buy that from Walker Wargame,
Or you can come to Parow Arms and buy the other one.
Yeah.
The real one.
So you can
have both.
You can have a look at it at Walker, for instance, shoot a bit of BBs just to get the grip, the feel, because there's a lot of times where people CZ will feel more comfortable than a Glock for you.
Yeah.
So that's perhaps what you consider buying in the future. And then you can come and transition, like Rob says, transition over into
It's one of our favorites.
Yeah. So that's the next one.
I don't have the real steel yet.
Where's Felix? Felix!
Felix!
Hello,
Is up, Paputi?
on my way, brother.
So we're calling Felix quickly because Felix, he works here and we can't just go scratch and fetch things. So we're going to ask Felix to quickly get us a canic out of the cupboard there.
Not a problem.
And obviously make it safe so that we can take it. He's our paint stripper, so you can come around and get us a canic there, and then we can just look at it. It's now behind the scenes, you guys are not knowing what he's taking it off. Okay, guys, he's coming in now. But yeah, so he can also tell you the comparison between the real thing and versus the airsoft thing. But remember, still a real weapon. This can still take out an eye, can take out a teeth, it can still harm a person, even though that's going to take out your brains. Yeah, so please.
So you can come and get a canic.
Get us he's a canic lover, guys.
So he can tell us everything about and do the comparison between the airsoft and
the real thing. Now, obviously, he works here. We just visitors here. But guys, here's the thing. He's a canic freak. So he's been trying to convince me to go canic, and I just bought a new Glock. So.
And he's feeling sorry about it right now.
Never.
And I've got a, and I can't mention it on the video. The Terran tactical one that I want to buy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
But they're cheap. They're 3,000, I think, eh?
yeah, times 10.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not good at sound, so I think it sounds about right.
Yeah.
Just give me a second and we get you the canic, especially the one that you can compare to the SFT Pro there that you got.
Yeah. So we've got the airsoft is obviously the tan version of it. So magazines are empty. We did check it beforehand. So, I mean, your opinion on the airsoft versus the real thing. What is your 5 cents on it?
Well, to be honest, I mean, comparing the look, absolutely phenomenal. When he took this out this morning, I had a look at it and I thought to myself, wow, I couldn't believe it. And I love this color. Unfortunately, the original, which would be the SFT Pro, the tactical with the threaded barrel, just going to show you that it is safe. Nothing in the mag, nothing in the mag wall, nothing in the loop. So we're good. And if you have a look at the two, pretty much similar, right? Just obviously weight is a bit heavier. And what this is mainly for is for your tactical and for your CQBs especially. I absolutely love the color on these ones, and I'm hoping to speak to Canic soon and ask them if they can actually Cerakote these ones into the flat dark earth color. I absolutely love this. This is absolutely stunning. It's got everything Canic has. It's got the indicator to show you if you are carrying one up, as I am here. Unfortunately, you might not see it on the camera right now, but it has an indicator to show you when you are carrying one up that you know for a fact that you cannot.
So there's a 1-up indicator on there.
And if you take this one, Rob,
There's the real.
that's the real one.
There we
The
go.
indicator there.
You guys can see them. It's that
And
that
you
way.
can decompress both of them, and then they'll show you what it will look like if you do not have anything in the
Okay,
chamber.
we're decompressing,
Yeah. And then
and you can see
there we
the
go.
one-up indicator went back inside there.
To show them the real one.
The real
It will
one.
become a bit darker because it goes in a little further.
Okay, so look at it quickly. There we go, and squeeze.
I say.
There we go.
So basically, it's a good indicator because unlike me, I'm not bad mouthing nobody else, but I'm just feeling why I love Canic so much is because, and I'm not doing a Canic promotion, by the way, just for declaration. I'll try not to, because I absolutely love this weapon. What I love about it is the ergonomics is absolutely phenomenal, and I mean from what I can see from the Airsoft weapon, it's got everything the real weapon has, right? Obviously, real rounds are much more devastating.
But it's a good practice gun.
It's an absolutely phenomenal practice gun. It's something I actually thought about, as I kind of mentioned earlier, is that this will be the ideal way to go about practicing with an airsoft weapon, especially in a CQB or tactical environment, so that without getting shot. I mean, who wouldn't want that? You can survive another day.
You practice,
with that.
In real life, you carry that.
And you'll know exactly what you need to do when it comes down to
And
it.
then you shoot with this at the range or
Yeah,
wherever, so you know the
absolutely.
recoil and everything anyway.
Correct. And what I love about Canic is that they have in their Picatinny they've got steel, which helps you fight the recoil. So basically, it controls your recoil much easier, and you can shoot a lot flatter. I'm not even going to go into it with the flat triggers and everything else. That's just going to blow your mind. But all of them, from the standard MC9s, which is your subcompacts, your compact, they all come optic ready. So they've given you everything for the price.
Even the
Less-
one too, yeah.
Yeah,
Even the
look at
Airsoft
that.
one.
Even the Airsoft one.
Optic ready.
And I love the fact that it's actually also co-witnessed. Well, you take the whole slide off. Yeah,
Yeah,
this one
yeah.
also is co-witnessed, which means if your red dot dies on you, or as you mentioned earlier on, if something happens to your red dot and you can't use it, you can actually just take it off, or you switch it off, and you can use your actual sights still in a battle, for instance.
Sure.
So yeah, absolutely phenomenal. Looks amazing. All the weapons I see in front of me right now.
That
It's
one
just-
is what though?
Yeah, you gotta kind of feel
Yeah,
if
you
it's
gotta
a real
feel.
one or not, which is amazing. It's, and I'm thinking to myself once again, Rob, you probably can second this. Is that at the end of the day, where the guys can come and practice and have CQB type of training,
Yes.
I mean, which you can even use at home. And what we always recommend is take your partner with you. Let them also know what you're up to.
Yes.
Because then they'll know what you're up to. But I mean, beside that, when a situation happens with a house break-in or something like
They don't
that,
walk in front of your
they
line
don't
of
know
fire.
exactly. Walk in your line of fire, or they also know where you keep your weapons,
Yes.
what they can use,
How it operates.
how it operates, and they can protect themselves too. So, if say for instance, load shedding in our country that we
Exactly.
love so much,
Oh, geez.
right? Now, what does your wife do or your partner do? They don't even know where to go from there. So you practice these type of things. Now, this is what you can use at the farm: how to do room clearing, how to do spot checking, how to make sure that you know where your partner is at all times, that you don't by accident injure your partner too.
But do you know how much cheaper it is for me to take my wife to shoot airsoft versus real steel?
Oh yeah,
Because she-
absolutely.
when I go to the range with her, what does Lindy go? Happy stick, please.
Oh yes.
Happy stick, 33 rounds down range. It becomes expensive.
Highly expensive.
Like the
absolutely.
Scorpion ad.
Yeah, I mean, jeez.
Oh.
Lindy loved
Yeah.
that thing. Bah, 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 bah,
Yeah.
bah, bah, but she doesn't realize how much we're paying for the ammo.
Correct. Absolutely. Ammunition is expensive,
Airsoft you can practice.
and
with.
they're very difficult to find. Now the problem with that also that I always tell people, stick to 9mm for instance, because you can get it anywhere around the country, around the world.
That's
Normally
true.
people that has 45s, has these weird kind of calibers, 7.65s, 7.64s. It's very difficult to get those, and they are very expensive. 9mm is your income entry level, and if you're one stopping power, hollow point. But as Rob said, they become very expensive, especially when you're using real arms, real rounds. Where it's best when you airsoft. I mean, the pricing that I'm hearing compared to a real weapon is phenomenal. And the best thing about it is you don't need licensing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a long, tedious process. We will help you all the way from start to end and even beyond, but it does take some time. So with an airsoft weapon, you do not need licensing. You can do all the practicing you need. It won't cost you an arm and a leg to then buy reloading kits to save some money. So, I mean, Rob then will probably tell you how much it costs for ammunition, etc.
Yeah, 9mm is expensive.
Yeah.
Versus airsoft, obviously. Guys, just remember the one thing that you shouldn't forget is Airsoft is not a self-defense weapon.
No.
It's a phenomenal training
Very
tool.
important.
It's a great training tool, actually.
Sport.
It's a cheap training tool.
Nice hobby in a sport.
For nice hobby in a sport, but it's not a self-defense weapon.
Absolutely.
You're not going to stop an intruder with this thing. At 2 o'clock in the morning, somebody breaks into your house. Also, you can't just shoot him with a 9mm anyway, but you want to have that option of defending your family, and this is not going to stop that attack. Even the airsoft pistols is not going to
It's
stop
just
that
going to
attack.
irritate the oak.
It's just going to piss him off.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Or he pulls a real firearm out.
Yeah.
What are you going to do then?
Or knife. You're not going to stop a knife attack
No.
with this. We're not saying go out and kill people. We are just saying you want the option to be able to protect your family. So the transition between this and that, and then you first want to come to us and play some airsoft. You want to see if this is what you want to get into, and you're also going to get that thing over your brain that of actually shooting somebody. I promise you, in
Yes.
real life,
Oh yeah.
to pull the trigger and shoot somebody is not as easy as what people think of it.
Not
it
the
is.
movies here.
It's not. And to get that mindset of pulling the trigger and actually shooting
And
somebody
actually shooting, whether it's a BB, doesn't matter, but
it
the
does
whole-
mess with your brain.
the whole concept of, listen,
Injuring
you're going to
somebody.
pull a trigger, a projectile's going to come out and hit the person. Like in BB, it's going to hurt, but in real life, it's going to kill. Or
And you've got a split second to make
Yeah,
a
to that
decision.
decision, absolutely.
And I always tell guys when I used to do firearms training, I used to tell the guys, just find the rewind button on the gun for me. And I had guys go, no, I can't see it.
Can't put that round back.
Once you've pulled this thing, you can't squeeze rewind. Okay? So that's why training is so important, and that's why this is a great training tool as airsoft. Once you've got that, then you can come to the paint stripper, my buddy at Parow Arms. You can come see him, you can see Thomas, or the guy that calls me Quim.
where's the guy that calls him?
Yeah, he's sitting at the back there. He's hiding away because he called me Quim just now. But then you can come down to Parow Arms and you can actually say, okay, you know what? I really want to transition over to the real thing. I want to protect my family. Remember, you're not protecting property. Property can be replaced. Your family cannot be replaced. So you're not going to shoot a guy for stealing your TV.
No.
So just remember that, guy. That's why training is so important. Learn when you are allowed to. And all the years that I've carried a firearm, I've never, ever had to shoot at somebody just because it was fun.
Yeah.
Okay? When you draw that thing, it's not fun anymore.
That's why, even with airsoft stuff, at the field, remember, you treat a firearm, the airsoft firearm, as a real firearm.
That right, there's the fundamental, absolutely fundamental. Doesn't matter if it's an airsoft, a rubber weapon, or anything.
Yes.
You point
Yeah.
at anybody. By the law of South Africa today, if I point a firearm at you, you can have me arrested.
Yeah.
As in a case of attempted murder.
Yeah.
Then I can't say, but it wasn't a real gun. So
No.
you must be always be aware of that. Do not play around with it. Do not point it at people or animals.
Exactly.
And there where the farm will allow you to shoot people. I mean, come on.
And have a laugh about it
I can't
afterwards.
wait to
Yes.
do this myself.
He's been scared, he's been chickering out.
No, well, it's just time-wise.
We'll do a test on him now.
Yeah.
On Oom over there.
Yeah. Woman's going to come to the
We've
field.
got an actual target that we're
Yeah.
going to shoot at, and we're going to see what it looks like.
You know, many years ago, I'm not going to say my age now, but many moons ago when I was still a young police officer and I was stationed at Belleville Police Station.
They were still writing on stone tablets.
Yes, we were. Don't call me Oom. We had an incident in Durbanville by a place called Henry J. Beans.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah,
club
yeah.
that was there.
Oh yeah, I remember the club.
And there was a kid that came there, and that time we had the old Springer BB guns.
Yes.
And he pointed a Springer BB gun at the
Yeah.
bouncer.
You see,
And the bouncer pulled out a 357 Magnum and shot him dead.
blew it away.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
very dangerous.
don't go and point a toy gun at somebody
You
thinking
don't know-
that there's not going to be consequences.
You don't know who's carrying either.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got all concealed carry licenses, or most people, I think, that I know. You don't know if that person's going to carry.
Correct.
He's
So-
going to see it as a threat. You can't, at that distance, gauge whether it's a real firearm or not.
Jeez, we just
Absolutely.
compared them. You can't.
Yeah,
say.
You can't.
don't see any
I
difference.
mean, especially the CZ. Sure.
Looks
the
exactly
blocks,
in the
so-
blocks.
I mean, this is the
In the galaxy.
My baby Glock.
I think it's so cute,
Oh,
man.
this is so such
It
a
goes
sweet
with your
It brings out your eyes.
yeah.
same size, eh?
I tell everybody. I see. I'm trying to compensate for it.
Yeah. Compensate much.
Guys, the point is, so you can go down to Walker and obviously Walker Wargame, and you can purchase some really cool toys and get involved in the most amazing hobby out there. And when you're ready to transition, you can come down to Parow Arms, and the guys here is very helpful, except for Felix. He's a bit dodgy though. But the guys here,
Gotta have one at least.
just one, yeah. Thomas is nice there. He's got the whole beard thing going on. But
Mr. Hilux, yeah.
yeah, Mr. Wum. But then you can come down to a place like Parow Arms and you can say, listen, yeah, I've been playing Airsoft. I've got some, I really want to transition.
I've got this.
Yeah, can I get the same thing?
Now I want this.
Yeah. It's just going to cost a lot more, and the ammo as well.
This is a 223.
That's 2 to 3.
2 to
Same
3.
with 2 to 3. Yeah.
No.
556.
Yeah.
This and this is
AR.
a AR.
Mm.
Okay. Just so the oaks.
This is a
Double barrel.
tanker double bell. A shooter 6mm BB. But you already got the discipline.
So much fun. Yeah.
That's it. That's
Discipline.
it.
Muzzle awareness. Absolutely.
Discipline. Okay.
Yeah.
The only person I'm going to shoot still today is the guy that called me Wum.
While he makes coffee for us.
Yeah, I might need another cup of coffee. But we'll talk about it just
All
now.
right.
But guys, it's always good and fun. At the end of the day, we are talking about weapons here. We are talking about a fun hobby that we have.
Yeah.
And we won't be able to do the hobbies that we do, even the airsoft versus the real steel. We won't be able to do it without people like Walker and Parow Arms, and
Exactly.
the suppliers of these cool toys. I mean, what else are you going to do? Sit at home and tweedle dum and play Call of Duty? Come and play Call of Duty
Play
with
Call of
us.
Duty in real life.
Yeah.
In real life.
There we go.
Yeah. So we're inviting the guys from Parow Arms to come and join us. We will film it.
There's been a few excuses yet, but
Yeah, I know. It's
This
only
time,
Felix.
it's this
He's,
time.
he's also scared of his wife.
See, yeah. Very important.
Yeah.
Always listen to your wife.
Yeah, she's got a fan belt in street fighting.
Telling you, bro.
Yeah.
She gets that wrapped around your neck. It's over.
so for the older guys.
Oh, we had to bring this out.
Oh yeah.
This is my goal. My Galil
R5.
R5 airsoft gun.
Airsoft gun.
It's such a beauty for the old school guys that served in either the police, the military, would know that this was an iconic weapon. It still is an iconic weapon. And then we also have the real
The
thing.
real one.
So this is an LM5. So this is the civilian version of the R5, which is only allowed to fire semi-automatic. But it's exactly the same. Look at it. Come on, look at this.
That's amazing.
It's such a beautiful
They
thing.
really replicate it
Yeah.
perfectly.
Yeah.
So, like we just said, you cannot really tell the difference between toy versus real.
We were discussing earlier, the mags are even the same,
Yeah.
similar price.
Yeah.
The price of the mags are the
Crazy,
same.
crazy.
So,
That's if you can find the real one.
yeah, and same with the airsoft ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I had somebody ask me about them last night. Do you have speed? No. I'm not selling mine. Simply because I keep what I have. But guys, best hobby in the world. Not just for the physical exercise that you're getting outdoors, you're mixing with other people, so it helps with social development,
Absolutely.
especially with young people.
Especially these days.
And also I find that, I mean, how often do you have time to go to the range and go shoot your rifle
Yeah.
or your pistol? So at least with airsoft, you get that discipline, the awareness and everything.
I've got a range in my garage.
Yeah.
See, I've got the long garage.
Yeah. But I mean, you can, it's the whole, you're not out of it. Like, there's no rust, as to say.
Yeah, you're
So
working off the rust.
You're always aware. The awareness is a big thing as well. Aware of the surroundings, target identification. Where would you do that?
Very difficult.
In airsoft, it's easy. We play every Sunday anyway,
Yeah,
if it doesn't rain.
if it doesn't rain,
Um,
and if our wives allow it.
yes.
But I take my wife with.
Mine
Your
by
wife
now.
with?
Mine at the moment knows at least Sundays is Airsoft days.
Oh, that's great.
Don't worry about it.
but she has to look after all the dogs.
Yes.
Yeah, she has other hobbies.
So,
None of
now just to come back, so Airsoft, perfect. Awesome to keep your skills up there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Also to test out gear, test out sights, test out your
Mag pouches.
your layout.
Your
Yes.
layout.
I mean,
Perfect.
like our team that we operate with.
We'll add a little video of Nathan.
Yes.
That where he was training
Oh,
now
yeah.
for, and he did it with Airsoft, even though it was doing
Brilliant.
flash shiders. I mean, we
Brilliant.
showed you.
Yeah.
He was practicing his transition between his magazines and his
It looked
rifle to
absolutely amazing.
pistol
Absolutely
and all
amazing.
that.
Looks like he's done it for 100 years.
Yeah.
Because it's so much easier with the airsoft weapon, because the slight difference between the two is with the airsoft, especially if you're doing a video, and this also goes up for the guys. Myself, I used to be an actor, and I've worked with a lot of stunt guys, and we've done a lot of stunts together. Especially when it comes to war kind of movies or tactical movies and that kind of thing, you need to know how to handle to transition from your primary to your secondary. And with airsoft, it's a little bit lighter, and when you're firing it, the recoil is easy to control, so it looks so much more crisp. Because with actual live ammo,
Yeah,
you need to practice also. The recoil is quite heavy,
Especially
and it
if
might
they
not look as good. And it can put a lot of people, especially what I found, just one more thing, Rob, what I found in the beginning, especially with my wife, is that shooting a higher caliber weapon, it puts the ladies off immediately.
Yes, they get a fright.
Correct. So
recoil.
starting with airsoft would be phenomenal, because they'll enjoy that feeling. It gives you a different type of adrenaline, and then from there you transition into maybe a .22, which they absolutely love. Now you got real powder flying and real rounds flying, and then you transition to 9mm, and then eventually, like my wife, doesn't mind shooting a 4.4, and then she's only yay high. But because in the beginning I gave her a fright when I had her shoot my 9mm. And she was like, I don't like this. The female's adrenaline is different to me. We like anything goes boom, the louder the better, right? Even if it hurts us, we'll still do the stupid thing again. You understand?
Oh, yeah.
Females, that's why they live longer, is because you want to transition, and I think this is the ideal way to transition from knowing what a gun feels like in the hand, how you grip it, how to be aware of your surroundings, as you mentioned, and what it feels like when you pull that trigger, that you know what you're shooting at.
Even the gas ones.
Yes.
They've got a bit of a recoil.
They've got a
Slight
recoil.
recoil, yes,
yeah.
yes, I remember those. And those are ideal, so I would highly recommend starting this way. And it, like you mentioned something earlier, Rob, maybe I'm just like shooting way ahead here, but you mentioned where you actually want to do something like for corporates or kiddies parties where the kids can come and challenge each other. And that's another way to get the kids outdoors these days.
Instead of in front of the computers.
There we go.
in front of their
On
phones
all day long.
Like my one sitting there
Yeah.
on his phone at the moment.
And in this way,
Matthew.
you can give them chores and tell them, you want to go play airsoft? You need to do your chores.
Yeah.
Do your homework, lay off the phone. Phone will always be there. But you don't want their mind so fixated just on the screen in front of them, which unfortunately messes with your eyesight and everything as you get older, where they can come outside, have some fresh air, meet new people, and actually
Have
know
fun.
what it's like how we grew up and we played
Exactly.
together. You
We
know what
used
I
to
mean?
break a branch off the tree. That's
And
my
make
gun.
our own guns. There we go. There we
I
go.
feel old.
Hey, yeah, we won't
We're not
that
gonna
far.
go there.
No. We after 40, we didn't get any older.
Yeah.
We stayed right there.
Definitely.
All right, gentlemen, but thank you so much for your time. Appreciate
No,
that.
thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you for
Awesome,
jumping in.
Anytime. And I mean, I'm hoping in the future we'll have some videos on the range. We can see how the difference between
You want
it
to get
sounds
Wim
like
in here?
and Wim, come step up.
Wim, come stand here by us. Yeah.
So
So,
there's going to be a lot of developments happening, actually, especially and thanks Rob and Anu. Sorry, I almost said Heinrich. Yeah, Anu for inviting us.
He called me
Appreciate it.
Wim.
He
Can you
called
believe
Wim.
it?
No.
But we're all going to take him to the field. We invite Parow Arms to come and join us. And then we can also go to our little shooting range there and compare the real thing versus the toy.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
so if you guys need anything on real steel firearms here, these are the two oaks to come and speak to you at Firearms.
And Felix.
Wim.
There's another guy, he's unfortunately not here today. Thomas, you can chat to him, he's the boss. That's why you can take the day off.
Phenomenal with all the information you need, and if you need licensing or whatever the case may be, we will help you with the entire transition.
And then there's obviously some other guys that will help you with your competence.
There we go.
We've got Tony that was running around here just now with some rifles, and then we've got JB out there. So yes, those are the guys that's going to teach you how to handle these things safely, and that's what it's all about, guys. It's about safety and having maximum
Absolutely.
amount of fun. So thank you, Parow Arms, for allowing us to be here. Wim, thank you for being here.
Ja, of course, of course.
Ek wag nog vir my koffie.
Ja, ons kom daai.
He made me coffee. So
Ja.
It's called gun shop coffee. It
Yeah.
must be cold before you drink it.
Ja.
and then obviously thank you to our sponsor Walker for allowing us to come get some toys out of your shop, and obviously
Stunning.
for
So all
supplying
the,
us.
yeah, so all the airsoft stuff that we've showed you is available at Walker.
Yeah.
So please go there, go and have a look. There's tons and tons and tons more.
My wife goes, how much money are you going to spend?
Yeah. So get your airsoft,
Yeah.
go and get your airsoft rifle, come and play with us at the farm, and when you're ready and you want to step up, come to Parow Arms. Cool.
Do the real thing.
And that's about all from me.
That's all from me as well.
Yeah, guys, thank you very much for everybody for their support. Thank you, Walker. Thank you, Parow Arms. Thank you, Rossi. Thank you, everybody else. Thank you to our sponsors out there. We have Lewis Stores. We've got our amazing jeweler, Sebastian.
That's so many too.
We've got private
company.
individuals, my own company that I work for, Global Learning Services. There's so many people out there that's been supporting us, and it's been helping us to support young children that struggles with cancer, and then obviously we work with the Child Rape and Abuse Center.
Phenomenal cause.
So that's why we do what we do. Our hobby is actually giving back to other people. So thank you, Walker, thank you, Parow Arms, and thank you each and every bloody person out there.
Thank you guys for what you're doing. Keep it up, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Daar's sy.
Chat soon.
Reaper!
Daar's sy.